frozen, yada yada yada, unable to validate your account information, yada yada, you need to update your account, yada yada, click on the link below and follow the instructions. Password. I better get my Apple Music now. They got a sale today. Pineapple Express? Oh yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
I like to take this.
Good choice.
Thanks.
That'd be $7.
Alright. Here you go.
I don't know if it's working. Saying your card was declined.
Decline?
It's only $7.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't sell you this movie. You might want to call customer service.
Let me see what's going on. Hi, my card just got declined and it was just for a movie that's $7. I know I got more money than that. You need my account information? Okay, my account number is 2047. Yeah, I'll hold. What? What do you mean fraud?
Phishing is an internet scam in which users are tricked by internet thieves or hackers into giving away personal or financial information. These thieves could either use this information for themselves or sell it on the internet to the highest bidder.
Spear phishing is a more targeted form of phishing. Those type of emails will target a specific group within an organization. Inside the email will have specific logos that are more familiar to those type of members, and that's how they get them.
Well, spear phishing goes after lower level employees. Whaling goes after higher level employees like CFOs, CIOs, and CEOs because they provide more lucrative outcomes.
According to VadeSecure, when your employees fall victim to phishing attacks, your entire corporate network and brand is at risk. The costs can be both reputational damage and intellectual property loss. The reputational damage is the publicity around a serious breach impacts the perception of the overall brand as untrustworthy for employees, partners, and customers. The negative brand effects of a phishing attack on your employees can save hundreds of millions on your market capitalization. The intellectual property loss can be the intellectual property theft, can be the most devastating of them all. Trade secrets, costly research, customer lists, formulas, and recipes can all be compromised by phishing. For firms like technology, defense, or pharmaceutical, a single design or drug patent could easily represent millions or billions in sunk research costs.
Direct cost. Your organization could also face direct monetary costs from phishing. Phishing attacks on your employees can also result in fines levied by regulatory bodies in the case of breaches that cause violations of HIPAA or PCI. The costs of providing identity protection or compensation to employees or customers who have their data stolen, as well as theft from your company itself, can easily run into the millions.
Some examples of phishing. According to EMSI, in May of 2018, there was a phishing attack at Airbnb. Scammers sent out an email pretending to be Airbnb hosts. The email said that hosts would not be able to accept new bookings or message guests until they accepted a new privacy policy. These emails included a link to a fraudulent website where recipients could enter their login credentials and banking information.
According to the Office of Academic Computing Services, students and staff at the College of Behavioral and Social Sciences here at the University of Maryland were attacked by phishing emails asking them to follow a link or view a document online. It has been confirmed by the Division of IT that UMD community members have been targeted in a series of email phishing attacks designed to trick them into clicking fraudulent and nefarious links. After clicking an email attachment, the message recipient is then taken to a site that asks for his or her email address and password. If that information is supplied, the attacker then logs into the account to send more phishing emails to that person's contact list.
An example of whaling occurred to Snapchat in 2016 when an employee disclosed all of the company's payroll data to a scammer. The employee had responded to an email that looked to be from the CEO and responded promptly. HR and payroll teams are frequently targets of whaling because they have access to sensitive personal data. This is according to Varonis.
There are technical and policy recommendations to prevent phishing attacks. A technical recommendation is using antivirus software combined with a desktop or network firewall to decrease the likelihood of falling victim to a phishing attack. A policy a company could take to protect against phishing emails is to have all employee information be entered through one site. Everyone at the company would be informed that if they want to enter their username and password to get their personal accounts at the company, they should enter it through the specified website and not any link from any email.
An educational recommendation for companies is to implement training programs for their employees on what phishing scams are and how to avoid them. There are ways to detect phishing emails and things people can identify in emails that make it easy to tell it's fake. With a little education, employees can learn to spot characteristics of phishing emails and delete them instead of giving away sensitive information. From iTunes. Dear iTunes customer, your iTunes account has been frozen? Frozen?
One sign that can help you identify a phishing scam is when the email address doesn't match the name of the company that it claims to be from.
Why is this email sent from Alta Vista? It's iTunes. Another way to determine it's a phishing email is if it starts with a generic message like Dear Customer. Most legitimate companies will include your name in a message to you. It says Dear iTunes Customer. Why does it know my name? I've been a customer there for forever.
A third way to spot a phishing scam is if the link appears legitimate but takes you to a website whose URL does not match the address of the company.
The URL is not from iTunes.
If you open up an email from a well-known company and there's typos, it's most likely a phishing scam.
Once you have updated your account records, we will try again to validate your information and your account suspension will be lifted. Why is suspension spelled wrong? No, this is probably a phishing scam. Trash.
As you can see, phishing scams are a serious problem and can happen to anyone, even you. Safety precautions must be taken to prevent personal and confidential information from being stolen. Don't be a sucker and get phished.